Please be advised that this video is for the sole purpose of entertainment. Any views are purely my own, are subjective and may not necessarily be true. I do, however, do extensive research for all of my videos. All photos have been found on the public domain. I am using them under the fair use and fair dealing guidelines. I urge everybody to do their own research. Well, hello, it's Murky Meg here. It's Wednesday the 19th of August and there seems to be a little bit of a social media war going on between the tabloids and Omid Scooby. We're all aware that last week his book, it's not his book, is it? It's just that he's been so open, so honest and doing all the junkets around there. I almost forget that there was another author, which was Carolyn Durand, but he seems to be the one that is speaking on behalf of the book. Where is she? That's what I want to know. Why isn't she talking about the book? I think I've probably seen her twice in the past couple of weeks promoting the book, but it all seems to be on Omid Scooby's shoulders. And you've got to ask the question, why? Why is he the one that's doing the publications and the rounds and the promotions and things like that, and she's remaining quite tight-lipped about it? I have my theories, of course. Can't really say very much about that, otherwise I'd be sued, but it does seem rather curious that he's the one that's the spokesperson for the book, and she is nowhere to be heard. Is she ashamed of it or something? Now, Omid Scooby went on True Royalty TV, and there seems to have been quite a divide over the way that he implied something happened. He went on this TV show. Now, I can't actually put the footage up, but I can put what he said up. Let's have a listen, shall we?
And it got to the point where staff around Harry and Meghan were tearing their hair out because the wedding was now a couple of weeks away. Months had passed at this point. And Harry had to intervene. He called his grandmother and said, I don't know what the hell is going on, but this woman needs to make this work for my wife, or my future wife. And of course, we can kind of see now how this what Meghan wants, Meghan gets narrative came from.
Now, this was all in with regards to Meghan not being able to try on the tiara. I don't know why there's such a fuss about this, because Kate didn't either. Kate had to practice all the way up until her wedding day with a plastic tiara. Now, I've got several issues with this particular thing that Omid Scooby said. He quotes Harry verbatim by saying, "This woman." Shall we have another listen?
I don't know what the hell is going on, but this woman...
Surely not, Omid, because Harry doesn't like anybody calling anybody this woman or this girl because he deems it to be snobbish. That's what the story implies in your book, how he felt William was being snobbish when he called Meghan this girl. Harry wouldn't use this woman as a way of describing somebody. Surely not. Now, of course, the media have picked up on this, and while I agree in some instances that the media have slightly twisted it, when you start to listen to the implication of what Omid said, he said, "What the hell?" Now, you don't normally say, "What the hell?" in a easy breezy manner. The media are saying that Prince Harry shouted, "What the hell is going on?" at the Queen in an outburst aimed at the trusted aide. Now, while Omid Scooby didn't use the word shout, he did imply, or what I interpreted it from what he said, that it wasn't an easy breezy conversation. It wasn't, "Oh my God, what the hell?" It was, "What the hell?" And in the book, he does imply that things were agitated and Harry was very, very angry that there seems to be lots of obstacles that were put in place that were delaying things for him and Meghan's wedding. But it seems the media are running with the fact that they believed that they interpreted what Omid said to be in an angry manner that he was reporting on how Harry said it. Omid then claps back, "I've tried to stay off Twitter in the recent days, but I need to comment on false reporting that has been attributed to me. I never said Prince Harry yelled or shouted at the Queen, not in an interview or in the book. Ridiculous claim to make. The book goes into great detail about Prince Harry's respect and admiration information for the Queen. So it really bothers me to see this kind of reporting put out there, as it's so far from what is described on the pages. Well, Omid, if you actually look at your body language when you were saying it, again, I can't put it on here, but I'm going to post a picture. Here, you kind of pull a face, mate, and you kind of wince a little bit when you said about Harry saying, "What the hell, this woman." Now, while you didn't necessarily say the words, your implication was there. Now, even Dan Wootton is getting involved in this, and he says that Scooby has just had a major telling off from his bosses, Harry and Meghan. Exact quote from you, Scooby, is Harry had to intervene. He called his grandma and said, "I don't know what the hell is going on. This woman needs to make this work for my future wife." That doesn't sound like it was an easy conversation, a happy conversation, or a relaxed conversation. What it sounds like to me, Omid, is that you've got carried away in an interview, said a little bit too much, and now you're backtracking and your hand's been slapped. I don't know about you, but I seem to think that "I don't know what the hell is going on" isn't spoken very often in calm, soothing words, is it? Now, I've reread the part of Finding Freedom where it goes over this instance of the tussle between trying to get the tiara fitted before the wedding, and it says, and I quote, "Except no matter how many requests were sent by Kensington Palace, the Queen's personal dresser didn't respond. After several failed attempts, Angela's availability remained unknown. Harry was furious." It continued, "Harry, while obviously familiar with palace protocol, didn't believe that Angela was truly unavailable. Instead, he thought she was purposely ignoring Meghan. What followed between the prince and Angela was a heated exchange that was far more from a typical restraint expected. According to a source, Harry had no problem confronting the issue head on. He was fed up," said the aide. With the wedding just a few weeks away, the lack of tiara hair trial continued to be an issue of contention. Members of the staff at Kensington Palace just weren't able to get in touch with Angela to make it happen. People were frustrated and confused. Why was it so hard to set up a time for Meghan to try the tiara with her hairdresser? In the end, Harry had to speak to his grandmother about the situation, and she got her trial. That doesn't sound like an easy breezy conversation, does it? Do you think he was so frustrated that he took his anger out and had a heated discussion with the Queen? Or do you think the fact that Omid is right and it was just a few words and he didn't shout at the Queen? Something doesn't fit right to me. You know, in the book, you can clearly tell that Harry has his frustration and he was fed up. Do you really think that those frustrations were going to be calmed before he spoke to the Queen? Although Omid hasn't technically said that Harry yelled at the Queen, the implication is there in both what he said and in the book. But he's been piping up again. He's been speaking to Royal Central, and he has said that both of them will return to the UK to resume their charity work once lockdown travel restriction eased. And they will be undertaking trips to Britain in both a private and a professional capacity. Omid Scooby says that Harry and Meghan have made it clear that their work in the UK, including their royal patronages, will continue. He said that while their base will be in the US, I think once travel restrictions ease, we will see them moving around again and undertaking trips to the UK, both privately and professionally. A lot of the work they already started, including all of Meghan's patronages, are right here on British soil. When asked if he thinks that they will come back as working royals, he said, "The UK will always be important to them, but I don't think we'll ever see that happen again as working royals." No, I don't think so either, Omid. I think that's long gone, to be quite honest. Do you really believe him, or do you just think he's talking out his hole again? This isn't the first time Omid has been caught out in a lie. Can you remember when he was speaking to Good Morning America on the letter which Meghan wrote to her father? Listen to this.
The purpose of Meghan's letter was very much to repair the relationship with her father. She knew in her heart of hearts that this was going to be released to the papers. Thomas has a record of this. This is exactly the man that she knows. And so many of those things in that letter were written with the public in mind. She very much wanted to set the record straight.
Omid Scooby opens his mouth yet again, and both feet fall in. Also in the book, it claims that there was a rift between Charles, William and Harry. It implied that on his 70th birthday, they couldn't all get together, or the timings weren't right, that they were blowing hot and cold, trying to book a date in. Omid Scooby says in the book that Charles was quietly supportive of Meghan's decision to sue the British newspaper as well. It also implies that Charles valued his own public opinion above the relationship with his sons. Now, we all know that Buckingham Palace very rarely comment on this matter, but insiders have slammed back at Omid and said it's complete nonsense and wholly untrue. The allegation that things are hot and cold between father and Harry and William has been dismissed as complete nonsense by palace insiders. Quoted from the book Finding Freedom, it says that Charles is extremely focused on his public image, and there have been times Harry has felt that has taken precedent over everything else, and palace have clapped back and said that this is wholly untrue. Russell Myers, who writes for The Mirror, has claimed that one insider said, not only is this book incredibly one-sided for various gripes from Harry and Meghan, claims of breakdowns in the relationship with his father and him supported their various legal cases are entirely false. Russell also writes that the book also says Charles' official 70th birthday photo, which shows 3 generations of the family, was a nightmare to plan because of tensions. Palace insiders have described the claim as poppycock. Now, I'm going to end today's video with something that I found extremely funny and not very believable. It's been alleged that Harry and Meghan are pitching a top secret project to network execs and intend to serve as joint producers. Now, I've heard something on the grapevine, something similar to this, and I'm waiting for proof to be able to report it. But I just think this is just willful wishing, to be perfectly honest. They want to be the big chiefs in Hollywood. They want to be the ones that sit in that producer's chair, not do very much, exchange a few suggestions and get the credits and get the money rolling in. It's an easy way to start that money coming in, isn't it? By just simply putting your name on a project, you're gonna get money coming in. But are they actually experienced for this? Well, Meghan, yes, because she has been an actress previously, so I suspect she does know how to work her way around a set. Harry, though, what on earth has he got anything to do with this? How on earth can he put on a producer's hat and say that with a normal face that he is true for the role? If it wasn't for who they are and their titles, they wouldn't even get through the door, in my personal opinion. So I'd love to know your thoughts on the issue of Omid putting his foot in his mouth once again. Did you get the implication that Harry was angry and used the harsh words that were suggested, or for what Omid said in the interview, was it just an exchange of words, calm, soothing words? Do you think we'll see them in the UK anytime soon? And interestingly, what will the reaction be from both the public and the media? Do you think that it's right for the aides of Buckingham Palace to slap down the accusation in Finding Freedom that there was a rift between Charles, Harry and William, and that they were blowing hot and cold with their father? And finally, what do you think of that bombshell that they are touting new projects to TV execs? Will they be successful, or will they be laughed out the door? Or will they just be getting a few curious looks and intriguing queries just to see what the two are up to? Will they get the big paycheck that they so desperately need? As always, I'd love to know your thoughts.
Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.